Hello, everybody. Welcome into the webinar for today. This is day 5 of Money is Beautiful, everybody. Super excited. Going to let people get in here. Go ahead and start popping in the chat. I am so curious, what has your experience been overnight coming into day 5, coming into the grand finale of the Money Vortex, the first time this has ever been done. I'm super excited about today. But before we get into that, what's been happening, what happened overnight for everybody? Go ahead and share. Let me shout out what's been happening for you guys and really highlight all of your amazing progress, all of your amazing inspirations and breakthroughs. I always like to say in classes that it's never about what we say, it's about what we spark in you. And I'm just so curious what's been happening. So go ahead and put in the chat what's been going on for you. Changes are starting to happen, energy shifting. I set Marisa's meditation as my alarm clock. That's incredible. You're confident in your ability to create wealth, feeling so determined. These are amazing. Hello from Florida, feeling empowered and grounded and unstoppable. Amazing. What else has been going on for everybody? Feeling confident. Absolutely, Miriam, Dinah, Lauren, Sarah. Super excited about today. We're going to a phenomenal Nordic bonfire party right after this on the sea in the Baltic. Feeling that the sky is the limit, amazing sessions. Family won 9 prizes in a raffle this week. Incredible. Lisa says, really looking forward to it. Super excited. This Money Vortex, I'm going to be participating along with you. I'm going to be sitting in the background. I'm super excited about it. Feeling very empowered, feeling inspired and grateful. Absolutely. Reading all these incredible comments and all these incredible testimonials from people and all their different experiences that have been happening. Hello over there on Instagram, by the way. I can see you and I'm attending to you. Super excited. I mean, today is going to be the day. Of course, if you guys have any questions, make sure to put it in the chat. We're going to be doing Q&A at the end. We're going to be talking about how you can do this for yourself, how you can do this professionally at the end. So we're going to make sure to answer all of your questions about what rapid transformational therapy is all about. But go ahead and let's say who here thinks they've had the most profound impact through the day. So on day 1, we investigated your money beliefs. On day 2, we interpreted how those were helping you. On day 3, we started to interrupt those beliefs and create new ones. Yesterday, we started to install the most beautiful money beliefs imaginable. And today, we're going to put that all together and we're going to be doing the Money Vortex and really creating a powerful experience for you, creating waves of new, confident, abundant energies around the world, one person at a time. Oh yeah, wonderful. Going to be creating new music. That's amazing. Day 4, so far, money, love, and stars, feeling empowered and motivated and confident. This is so incredible. So incredible, everybody. Really excited about today. Marisa, how are you feeling about today?
I'm feeling very good indeed.
She is feeling good. This is good. She just got back from an incredible meetup with Naveen Jain, who is a legend across so many different industries. So how about this? Does anyone feel in the comments, does anyone here feel like they are waiting and they're on the fence and they think today is going to be the day where everything changes for them? Is today going to be the day for anybody in here? I see so many profound changes in the last 4 days. Lauren says, yes, today is going to be the day. Mandeep, Florencia, you can like feel that energy of like today is going to be the moment where everything begins to shift for you. Yeah. Wow. Okay. A lot of people. Today is the day for a lot of people. Feeling optimistic about your future, Sarah. Feel a huge shift from the last several months. Amazing. Today is the day. Okay. Well, I'm excited for you all. I'll see you after the Money Vortex. And for now, I'm going to leave you with Marisa Peer.
Hey everybody, so yes, we're doing the Money Vortex and it's going to be amazing, but just let me have a look at some of your comments about how things went yesterday, what happened, what you felt like when we started to wire in, fire in, and code in these new beliefs. Some of it I felt empowered and motivated. My money mindset was shifting. Marisa has had me shaking my head throughout the day when bad money thoughts come in. And it's a very good idea when you have that thought to go, that's not me, that can't be me, that isn't me anymore. You know, I think I told you I met someone I was filming for on the housewife show, and she said, I walk around my house and I say, that's not me, it's not me. And here I am, a star of the housewife show, all because you got me to move out of where I was to where I wanted to be, just by doing it's not me, that's not me. So a lot of these techniques you've been learning today and over the last 4 days, they don't belong to this week, they belong to you now. And try to use them over and over and over again. So today I was teaching kids, and I want to show you what I was doing with them, because it really helps you understand that your mind is a sponge. Your mind believes anything you tell it, your mind doesn't know, and it certainly doesn't care if what you tell it is true or false, right or wrong, helpful or hurtful, useful or indeed useless. It doesn't know, it doesn't care. That's why when I had you think about the lemon, you felt the lemon. When we think a thought, it becomes real. Thoughts are things, and every thought we think has a physical reaction and an emotional response in our body, and we make our thoughts, and then our thoughts turn around and make us. We make our beliefs turn around and make us. A belief is nothing more than a thought you think a lot. So you really have to start monitoring your thoughts. What am I thinking? Why do I think that? What am I believing? Why do I believe that? Can I change? Let me give you a little thing we do that's quite fun. This is simply a piece of toast. That's all it is, a piece of toast. But the toast is like your mind. Whatever I introduce to this toast is going to sink in. Isn't that true? You see, I could put delicious, healthy olive oil on my toast. I'm going to do it right now. Here's my toast. Here's some olive oil. The olive oil is going to sink in. It has no choice. The toast has no option but to reject. The toast cannot reject what you introduce to it. What you introduce to the toast goes in. The toast cannot reject anything you choose to introduce to it. And guess what? Neither can your mind. So if I decide to put, hold on 1 minute, should have opened these lids earlier, but never mind. If I decide to introduce deodorant to my toast, I'm going to put lovely deodorant all over my toast. Can my toast reject it? No. Maybe I'm going to put some eye drops on my toast. There you go. Some eye drops. I've even got some anesthetic eye drops. Here we go. I've got some vitamin C drops. Let me put those on my toast. There you go. And I can put toothpaste or indeed face cream on my toast. Let's do that one last go. This could be toothpaste. It's actually toothpaste, but it could be face cream. Putting it on my toast. What's going to happen to what I put onto my toast? Answer me in the chat. Tell me what is going to happen when I put face cream, toothpaste, deodorant, hair mousse, eye drops, vitamin C drops. What's going to happen when I put those things on my toast? You know what's going to happen, but I want to see your answers. Hold on. I made my screen so sticky. So hang on, let's see what is going to happen. I was doing this with kids today and they loved it. It's a great idea to remember. If you can get plaited bread that looks a bit like a brain, even better. So someone said it sinks in, it's absorbed. Someone else said it's poisonous. Well, yeah, it's toxic. If I put eye drops on my toast, that's toxic. But you know what? You have toxic thoughts too, and they sink in as well. So someone said it's absorbed, it sinks in, a big mess. It doesn't matter if it's a big mess. A lot of our thoughts are a big mess. A lot of our thoughts are a big, hot mess. And we have to change. It absorbs it all. That's right. It sinks in. It's absorbed. It's going to taste disgusting. Of course it is. But you can have toxic thoughts, toxic beliefs, harmful beliefs, and they sink in. Whatever I put on this bread, it must absorb it. The bread can't reject it. The bread has no ability to reject what I give it. The bread can't say, hey, I don't want that margarine. Please don't put eye drops on me. I don't like that. The bread cannot reject whatever I choose to offer it. And guess what? Your mind is like this piece of bread. It cannot reject what you give it, what you put on it, what you introduce to it, sinks in, becomes absorbed. And if it's a good thought, that's great. If it's a toxic thought, it's bad. So remember, your mind is like a piece of toast. That may seem like crazy, but it really is. In the same way, if I put really healthy cream on my skin, it will sink in. If I put something toxic on my skin, like petrol or alcohol, it will sink in. My skin can't go, hey, no, I don't want that. That's really bad cream full of toxins. Whatever we introduce to our brain, to our mind, to our skin, sinks in, is absorbed. So make sure what is sinking into your mind is good stuff. Only introduce good stuff to your mind. Your mind, like the toast, has no ability to reject or refuse the thoughts you are giving to it, and nourish your mind with better thoughts. Just like I can put balm on dry skin and that balm becomes super nourishing. We need to have balm for our soul. We need better words, better thoughts, better ideas. Okay. Someone said that distasteful paste will ruin the toast. Well, distasteful thoughts will ruin your life. So you can relate everything to the toast. Does it differentiate between the olive oil and the rest? It can't differentiate. Neither can your mind. You can say, I'm an idiot. I'm useless. I've got rocks for brain. I'm super smart. I got a great memory. I'm so good with money. I'm useless with money. I attract wealth. I can't attract wealth. I don't know how to make money. I easily attract money. Remember, whatever you choose, because you are choosing. Often we don't realize we're choosing negative thoughts, but you are choosing them. And as you choose them, they sink in. And so we take on everything that is spread all over ourselves when we're walking around disconnected with our power. I love these crazy experiences. 20 pound now toast. Okay. All right, so let's go on to do the healing vortex. I'm going to read everything. Someone said it depends what you put on your toast. It really doesn't. You could put olive oil or gasoline on your toast. They're both going to do the same thing. The toast can't go, hey, this is gasoline, let me reject it. It can't do that. And that's just an analogy for your mind. If you say, I'm an absolute idiot, I've got rocks for brains, I've got nobody to make money, I'll never make money, your mind cannot reject that thought. Neither going to reject you saying, hey, I'm so smart, I've got a gift. And the universe that gave me my gift is going to help me monetize that gift. Your mind can't reject it. And so you might as well introduce something amazing to your mind, just like you might introduce grass-fed butter or olive oil to your toast or avocado. Introduce something better to your mind. It's the most important thing. If you put bacon on your toast, it just stays there. Yes, but the fat will be absorbed. The fat is always absorbed. If you put bacon on hot toast, the toast will always absorb that. In fact, you know, one of the reasons you can't have peanuts on a plane is because if you eat some peanuts and then touch a door handle, someone who hasn't eaten nuts will touch that handle and they will absorb that peanut trace, even if it's minuscule. So we absorb stuff all the time. We absorb through our skin, we absorb through our mouth, we absorb all the time. And you might think, oh, it doesn't absorb the bacon. I promise you it does. And even if it didn't, so what? You absorb your thoughts. So now that you know that, put all my little samples away for the moment. Let's go on to the vortex. What is the vortex? The vortex is something that's going to go through you. You're going to imagine a spinning vortex, rather like a child spinning top, rather like a good tornado. It's going to be wider than your shoulders, wider than the widest part of your body. It's going to start at your head, and it's going to go all the way through your body, through your mind, through your eyes, through your ears, through your mouth, through your throat, through your organs. It's going to go all the way through you. And as it spins and rotates, it's going to realign your energies in alignment with its energy. So think to hang about, what does it look like? Is it going in this way? No, it's going in from your head and it's going all the way down to your toes. It's going to envelop your body, keep your body completely within its sphere. But don't worry about it. I can't see it, because you only need to see it in your mind's eye. I'm going to do this with our eyes closed, always, because your imagination is much better with your eyes closed. And we're going to do it in an alpha state. I like an alpha state because it's where you're super suggestive. We're going to get into alpha. All you ever do is roll your eyes up like that. Keep them up, close them. If you ever have a problem sleeping, do this. Roll up your eyes and say, sleep is coming to me. It's coming. Don't say I'm going to sleep, because you're not going anywhere. I'm falling. The mind doesn't like falling. It's one of our primitive fears, the fear of falling. So saying on a plane, I'm going to fall asleep, isn't a great thing at all. The mind doesn't like that. So nothing for you to do really except follow my voice. It's going to sink in. It's going to be super absorbent. So let's all do it together. And just in case you haven't got used to getting into alpha, let's do it now. Look up. Keep your eyeballs up. Keeping your eyeballs up, simultaneously close the lids. So you're closing your lids while your eyeballs are up. And that's when you get into REM, rapid eye movement. It's how you get into the subconscious. It's how you get into an alpha brainwave. You just look up, keep your eyeballs up, close the lids. So we're going to do this for real now. Sit down, make sure that your feet are not crossed, your knees are not crossed, your ankles are not crossed. Don't sit like this. It's a very blocked, closed position. Sit, and if you can sit with your hands on the armrest in that open receiving is even better. If you can't, don't worry about it. But if you can, amazing. So feet apart, knees apart, arms apart, hands apart, palms up to receive if you can do that. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. There's that balance of giving and receiving again. Breathe in, take a breath, give that breath away. And just one more time, the first thing when you came on the planet was to take a breath in, give a breath away. Perfect balance. And now look up as if you're trying to look into your very own eyebrows. Breathe in, keep your eyeballs up, breathe out. Every time you blink, deep, powerful, profound healing hypnosis is coming upon you. And again, keeping your eyeballs up, breathe in, breathe out. Just one more time, breathe in, hold it. The more you blink, the deeper and faster you're going into a powerful, transformational alpha state. So keeping your eyeballs up as you exhale. Keep your eyeballs up, but just close your eyelids right down. All the way down. That's perfect. Now forget all about the position of your eyes. Let them go wherever they want to go. Super important to be comfortable. Drop your chin and get that very same looking down feeling that you might get as you look over a balcony or down a flight of stairs. You're looking down 10 steps. Your eyes are closed. You are looking down 10 steps as each muscle. Every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 9 and 8 as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 7 and 6, and you can see your feet, you can hear your feet, you can feel your feet treading each step as you move down. Drift down, travel down to an even deeper level. You're taking step 5 and 4, going deeper into an awareness of yourself. You're taking step 3 and 2 as each muscle. Every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 1, just go deeper. Remember, hypnosis is not setting you to sleep, it's waking you up to your incredible possibilities for creating wealth, riches, abundance, success. So as you go deeper, drift deeper, sink deeper, I want you to simply imagine a powerful vortex of energy spinning above your head. I want you to see this. You can certainly see it in your mind's eye as rather like a child spinning top, rather like a good tornado. It's bigger than you. It's wider than you. It's spinning above your head. I want you to see in your mind's eye a color that feels good. This vortex is spinning in a clockwise direction. I want you to feel it, to see it in your mind's eye, to feel its vibrating energy. And right now, the tail of the vortex, the tip of that vortex is touching the crown of your head. It's starting to move into your body. It's moving into your body, and it is going straight into your mind, straight into your brain, straight into your mind, straight into your memory bank. And it is looking, it's rather like one of those search engines. It's searching for limiting beliefs, or blocking thoughts that have held you back. This vortex is spinning, twisting, turning, vibrating. It is spinning through your mind, spinning through your brain, spinning through your memory. It's rather like those rotating brushes of a car wash that spin, twist, turn, vibrate. And when you take your car into a car wash, of course, those brushes rotate and vibrate, and they spin off. They spin out, they wash out negative stuff. They wash out all the old crud, all the dirt. I want you to imagine, just like those rotating brushes in a car wash, this vortex is spinning through. It is finding limiting beliefs about money, finding blocking thoughts about wealth, finding, locating anything negative, rather like a massive dice and rather like a huge broom. It is pushing those limiting beliefs out of your mind, those limiting beliefs being pushed, shoved, moved out of your mind like a massive broom, like a massive car wash, like a powerful industrial vacuum cleaner, like an industrial Hoover. Those negative thoughts are pulled out of your mind, sucked out of your mind, shoved, pushed, moved out of your mind. And as those old limiting beliefs are pushed, moved, shoved, washed, pushed out of your mind, now you have space to install the better beliefs. You began yesterday to put in the new beliefs, and that's good. And your mind is perfectly capable of leaving the new beliefs where they are, but pulling out, sucking out, washing out, moving out those other beliefs that got right in your way. So I want you to imagine those limiting beliefs are leaving you. Like a broom, your brilliant mind is pushing, shoving, moving, limiting beliefs, blocking thoughts, limiting wealth beliefs, blocking money beliefs, limiting, blocking success beliefs are being shoved, pushed, moved out of your mind completely. I want you to take at least a minute to really feel it, to feel this vortex spinning, twisting, turning, vibrating, spinning through your mind, spinning through your body, staying in your head, staying in your thoughts, staying in your beliefs, finding everything that is in your way and moving it away, letting it go, pushing it out of your life. Take a minute and feel that happening. See it, feel it, hear it, sense it. Feel all of those old beliefs leaving you, going. Remember that song from Frozen, Let It Go, let it go. Who needs limiting beliefs anyway? Who needs blocking thoughts? Let it go. Let it go. You can really help your mind move out negativity by going along with it. Yeah, I can feel this leaving. I can feel like the water in the shower draining off me. I can feel that old stuff spinning out of me. I can feel myself spinning. I'm spinning and spinning, and I can feel it all spinning off. Rather like those whirling dervishes that spin and spin and spin off energy. You know, if you ever see a gazelle being chased, like lion, it gets away, it starts to shake, and it's shaking off all the negative energy. It's shaking it off, and you are spinning it off, spinning it out, letting it go. But that vortex is always moving, and right now it is moving right down to your eyes. As the vortex moves to your eyes, you can see with absolute clarity, you can see with precise vision how and where and why you got such a belief. You can see how you got those beliefs, where they came from, where you were, how old you were when you picked them up. But as you see where you were when you got these limiting beliefs, maybe you saw your parents always looking at the price and thinking, that's too expensive, putting it back. Maybe you saw your parents worrying about money, fighting about money. But as you see what impacted you and colored you, you also see, oh, that's not me. That was then, but I don't need to hold on to that anymore. So let the vortex spin out, wash out, vibrate out, and rotate out. You still saw it, but it cannot, will not, does not influence you or affect you or impact you ever, ever, ever again. You are letting it go. You're doing a phenomenal job. And now as the vortex is still spinning through your mind, because it's a huge vortex, it's still spinning through your mind, spinning through your eyes. It's also spinning right down to your ears. As the vortex spins to your ears, you suddenly can hear with clarity. You can hear all of those limiting beliefs that you picked up as a kid. You can hear all of those blocking thoughts other people gave you. You didn't want them, you didn't ask for them, but you can suddenly hear. It's like your memory is clicked again. You can hear all the stuff you heard from other people about money that was negative. But you can also hear yourself saying, that's not me. You can hear yourself saying, I'm not letting that in. I get to choose what I believe about wealth. Only I have agency over my beliefs. Me, only me, no one else but me. So hear yourself stating, I attract wealth. I am abundant. I'm abundant, always abundant. I can have it all. And as you can see with your eyes and hear with your ears, I want you to hear your own voice saying, I am abundant. Do it right now while the vortex is spinning through you and spinning out the old, keep coding in, wiring and firing in the new. I am abundant. I attract wealth. Let's say it now. I'm abundant. I'm attracting wealth. I'm capitalizing on wealth. I have a wealthy mindset. I have a wealth mindset. I have a wealth state of mind. And just allow that vortex to spin through your mind, to spin through your eyes, to spin through your ears, to spin through your mouth, to spin through your throat. So when you talk about money, when you talk about investing, when you ask for more, your throat is relaxed, your breathing is deep and steady from the diaphragm. And you talk about your money, you talk about your ideas to investors, and your breathing is deep. Your voice is clear. Everything you say makes perfect sense. You have such an ability to talk about your gifts, your talents that stirs the emotions of investors, partners, clients, customers towards you. They listen to you. They believe in you. They want to invest in you, do business with you. They want to give you more. They want to support you. So I want you to take a minute and just see that when you are describing who you are and your gift, your breathing is deep and steady. Your voice is confident, full of strength. Everything you have to say makes perfect sense. You stir people's emotions towards you. And now the vortex is traveling down from your throat to your heart, to your lungs. It's traveling down your arms. Your whole body feels more flexible because your attitude is more flexible. As the vortex spins through your heart, you're aware that your breathing is deep and steady. Your heartbeat is rhythmic, soothing, reassuring. You breathe deeply. You're letting that vortex spin through your heart. And sure, when you're a kid, you might have had a broken heart. You might have been broken-hearted about things that didn't work out. But you know what? A heart that's broken becomes bigger. A bodybuilder, by the way, will break a muscle so it grows back bigger. So I want you to see your big, beautiful heart, your big, brave, beautiful heart. You are strong, brave, confident. You have a passion for creating wealth for all the right reasons. And every part of your body is in alignment. Your heartbeat is rhythmic. You're breathing properly. You feel amazing. So feel this vortex spinning through your entire body, traveling down through your lungs, traveling to your stomach, the seat of emotions, traveling to your gut, the second brain, traveling down to your legs. And remember, when you're talking, your body language is perfect. Your legs are steady. You have the most amazing energy. So just feel this vortex now encompassing your entire body from your head to your toes, spinning, twisting, turning, vibrating out negativity, coding in, wiring and firing in new beliefs, new thoughts. You are a money-making magnet. You attract wealth, you maintain wealth, you do good things with wealth. You have a brain that knows that you are smart. You have a gift and you have the power, the ability, the wherewithal to monetize your gift. You see that money is a beautiful thing. You see that you can do beautiful things with money. You can do good things. Money is good. Money is good and beautiful because you do good and beautiful things with it. You enrich your life, but you enrich the life of so many of you. You employ them, you help them, you become a mentor, you become a role model. So just allow that vortex to spin through you, to twist and turn and vibrate, spinning, twisting, turning, vibrating, spinning out the old, coding in the new, vibrating out the old, washing in the new. Letting those old limiting beliefs go, they're moving out of your mind, moving out of your body, moving out of your life. And as those old beliefs move out, vibrate out, spin out, as they move out of your body, out of your mind, and out of your life, you are installing, coding in better beliefs that help you, that empower you, that motivate, that give you energy, confidence, drive, initiative. So as you go deeper, you can feel yourself being aligned with wealth, being aligned with everything you have to do to create wealth and doing the work, doing it willingly, doing it easily, doing it powerfully. So just let yourself go deeper. Just let yourself go deeper. You're now ready to learn marketing, SEO, and learn anything you need to learn. You have your own song. You have your own something that you sing. You have your own motto. You have your own statement. You have your own statement that you use. Every day you affirm, you embody, you state, you empower the fact that you are destined for wealth. You're able to create wealth. So go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. Just to feel that vortex spinning, twisting, turning, sucking out the old, coding in the new. And again, that vortex is still spinning through your mind, moving out old beliefs and moving in new, still spinning through your eyes so you see what you need to see. You remember everything you need to remember, but you also forget everything you need to forget. You see what you need to see. You hear what you need to hear. You state what you need to state. And as the vortex travels through your body, your breathing is deep and steady. Your heartbeat is rhythmic. Your body language is perfect. Your energy level is amazing. It is all aligned with creating wealth, creating success, creating abundance right now. So go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. Just let it all wire in, fire in, code in for the next few minutes. Go deeper, even deeper still. Just let it keep twisting, turning, vibrating. Just let yourself go deeper. And you can think right now, what do you want to let go of? What is you want to be free of, and feel that vortex like a massive vacuum cleaner sucking it out, washing out, drawing out, pulling out the stuff that you don't need. And then like an installer, like a coder, coding in what you do need. You see, if your computer had a bug in it, you'd get in someone who'd say, well, the computer's got a bug, it's a bit slow. Let me take out that bug. Let me put in better software. Let me put in some good software. Let me update your software. Now look, your computer's shiny and fast and new. But just like the computer with a bug, we have bugs. And we too have to put in better software. We have to let the bugs go. We have to put in better software, upgrade our own software. So we too are smarter, shinier, faster, better. This vortex is rather like a coder, getting rid of the bugs in your thinking, upgrading your software, upgrading your hardware right now and always. So go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. And just as everything sank into that breath, these words are sinking into your mind, sinking into your body, sinking into your very psyche. Your mind, body, and psyche are absorbing this blueprint. Every word you speak, every thought you think is a blueprint. And you're making a new blueprint. You are making a wealth blueprint, a success blueprint, a confidence blueprint, an abundance blueprint. It's already in, it's wired in, fired in, coded in. And you're doing a phenomenal job, an amazing job. You remember that every word you speak, every thought you think is a blueprint. So put your own blueprint in right now. Take another minute of silence. Put in your own blueprint. Do it now. Self implode, it's always there. Spinning out, moving out, draining out, taking out the old, taking out stuff that doesn't serve you, removing stuff that was right in your way. And all that's left behind is shininess, newness, energy, power, positivity. You feel free, you feel empowered. Open up your eyes. Come back into the room. And as you come back into the room, just take a minute. And I'd love you to give yourself a minute, of course, but I'd like you to start putting into the chat what you were remembering. What were you seeing, hearing, feeling, saying? What was going on? And while you do that, I want to read a message from Karen. I love this. Karen said, hey, I'm an RTT graduate. I started to train in May this year. And the last 4 days have been amazing. I heard a podcast by Marisa about a girl. It was a girl called Sasha, who was a cleaner. People think, oh, a cleaner, but Sasha was a single parent with children. She wanted to be there for her kids. And for many women, there's not many jobs where you can start after school pickup and for school drop off, be there to take your kids to school, to pick them up, have a day off if they're sick. And so for her, cleaning houses gave her the freedom. But people tell her all their problems, and she came to train with me. And I said, listen, start up cleaning people's minds and not their homes. And one of her clients, she was so impressed with the session she did, sent her on a first-class holiday. And she said, after hearing that story, I was made redundant during COVID. I became a domestic cleaner. Then I set up a cleaning business, and clients are now booking me to deliver sessions and workshops. After day 3, I've received another 2 bookings. So what Karen is saying is, I'm no longer a cleaner. I now clean up people's minds. I clean up their thoughts. And I've got so many bookings through word of mouth and recommendations. And these last 4 days have helped her. Thank you, Karen. That's amazing. So let's just see. Oh, somebody was talking about no sound. I believe we fixed that now. And luckily, we have got this all recorded. So if the sound disappeared for a few minutes, I'm so sorry, but we'll give you the recording and you can play it again and again. There were a few times when I said we're going to be completely silent so you can let this sink in. So you're talking about the colors you had, the feelings you felt. I really felt I was cleaning out my mind. Yes, I felt the vortex spinning in my mind. Then I heard, and then my heart, and then my stomach, because the stomach is the seat of all emotions. I enjoyed everything. It was so powerful. I felt like I had an out-of-body experience. I know I'm deserving wealth, riches, abundance. Hearing others limiting money beliefs, I saw them spinning out and down a drain, like at the dentist, while all the money began, all the currencies began to flow in. I love that. All the different currencies. Wonderful. Lots of yawning, tears, lots of releasing. You know, we let go through our breath, through our bladder, through our bowels, and also through our skin. So don't be surprised sometimes when you're doing this that you start to pee a lot, sweat a lot, get teary eyes, because you're letting go in 4 different ways. The tornado was so powerful. My palms were so heavy. I know it's true because I remained strong. I sort of keep my hands up and open to receive the whole time. People say, I fell asleep. When did you come back? When you told me to. Oh, so you weren't really asleep. You were listening to my voice saying, go deeper. And then when it said, come back, you came back. I can clearly see my wonderful, wealthy life happening to me. I was so peaceful. Thank you so much. I saw the tornado removing so much negative energy all over my body, especially my neck. And I let it all go. It was lavender, it was light and clean. I felt all this emotion leaving my body. I let go of those limiting beliefs of my parents about money. Thank you, Marisa. I feel more powerful and energetic. My body felt strong. My spinal cord was straight. I'm sitting up straight. I feel full of power. I had the urge to shake my body. So shake like that, shake out that negative energy. It's a great thing to shake. Even now, you can start shaking and shaking and shaking off the energy, spinning, rocking, rotating, whatever you want to do. Shake out the old and code in the new, wire in, fire in the new. Let the old go. And don't worry if you're crying, because where tears go, energy goes and healing begins. So I love the fact there's so much great feedback. For the first time in months, I'm optimistic and determined. I feel light. I pushed out the person who wants to bring me down. Lots of releasing tears. I feel so powerful. It went into my heart. I felt a burst of energy. I've started to sweat and I feel dizzy. I feel overwhelmed. It's okay. You're letting go. Often we let go, we find ourselves peeing a lot, sweating a lot. Sometimes we feel ourselves sneezing, almost like we've got a cold. Because when the mind lets go, the body copies. As the mind lets go, we often have teary eyes, a runny nose. We seem like we're always in the bathroom, maybe sweating a bit because you're letting go. As the mind lets go, the body will always mirror the mind. The body must mirror the mind. Thoughts come first. As you think of letting go, it's a good sign when your body joins you in letting go. So there's so many wonderful messages coming in. I could read them all, but I'm going to let Skip come along too now. Somebody said yesterday, I keep imagining money leaving my wallet, but that's okay. if you have that image of money flying out, imagine it flying out of your wallet and into your bank account. You think, oh, I've got a negative thought. This money is flying out of my wallet. Don't imagine a wallet. Imagine a bank account. Imagine all your money is on your phone. You don't carry paper money anymore. So it can't leave you because it's on your phone. It's on Apple Pay. It's in your bank. It's flying out of your wallet straight into your bank. And if you feel like I'm always losing cash, it falls out of my pockets, don't carry cash. Nobody carries cash anymore. Have it on your phone, have it on your card. Skip, do you want to come and join me now?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm just reading the chats all across different platforms. I just want to highlight this one from Seema. She feels like she's in the right place. Having her mother over here for the weekend is wonderful, but it's also a test. Like we know family can always be tricky when you've evolved and grown, right? And she's so grateful and so much more aware of what she's been dealing with, and knowing that it's really all about her now, which is great. And she has the power to change her own mindset. I just thought that was a beautiful message. And I wanted to highlight in the Facebook group for this, we've got so many other messages that are just absolutely incredible. Let me see here, bringing these up. Wow, so many. Here, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for this one because it's actually kind of hilarious. And I want everyone to just enjoy this with me. Where do we are? Yeah. Can you guys, can you guys see this?
Me in the shower cooking up a plan to become a millionaire.
Yeah. Isn't that hilarious?
So cute. Yeah.
Oh, I hope everyone's feeling like that. I hope everyone here is cooking up their plans now.
And when our parents trigger us, sometimes, I took my daughter on holiday with my mother. We were in a beautiful hotel in Turkey. My daughter loved this dessert. So I want another one. I said, you can't have another one. That's greedy. I said, no, Mom, it's an all-inclusive hotel. She said, you can have another one. And my mum made such a fuss. And then the food arrived. She goes, Mummy, I don't want it. When you've got to eat it now. You're horrifying these poor waiters, they're all so poor, and you're ordering food now, you're not eating it. So we had to take it up to the room because my mother was obsessed with how we'd upset this waiter and managed to really upset my daughter. But then I thought, well, this is my mother's belief. She doesn't like to waste food. She comes from a different generation. She doesn't like to be greedy. So she's really frugal about ordering stuff, even all-inclusive buffet. She hates waste. But it's not my belief. So when someone triggers, you think, thank you for showing me what I was with. Thank you for showing me at this hotel that I went through that every day. I couldn't leave it. I couldn't waste it. I couldn't have more. I couldn't choose. My mother is showing me what I went through every day. Wow, no wonder I had these crazy things. I couldn't leave food. But she's showing me, and now I can go, hey, that's not me. So when my mother made this big deal, my daughter started to cry. I went, darling, don't worry about it. We'll take it up to the room. The waiters don't care. Grandmother isn't correct. She's just a victim of her own stuff. We'll give the waiters a lovely tip when we leave. And if the waiter gives you food and you leave it, you say to the waiter, that was so yummy, so delicious. Oh, thank you so much. I'm really full. It was amazing. Can I keep this? They don't care. So I was showing her what I had to show myself. As long as you say to someone, it's delicious, it's yummy, thank you. They don't care if you leave it. But when your parents trigger you, turn the heating off. You left the light on. Do you think I'm a millionaire? Who left those lights on? Who did that? Shut the window. Oh, that's too expensive. Look at you throwing your money away. Look at you showing off. Just go, oh, thank you for showing me what colored me in, shaped me. Thank you for showing it to me. You know what? That's not me anymore. And it's not me. Keep doing that. It's simple, but it's powerful beyond belief. So back to you, Skip.
Yeah, so I'm going to share a couple other incredible takeaways from all of this. You guys can see my whole screen now. Okay. And we got this from Lotta. And she said when she signed up for the workshop, she of course loved Marisa, but didn't think that this workshop would really change her relationship with money, because it's probably been a really long time. But if you look at this and you just read what's happening, I love that she posted a photo too. Lotta, if you're here, shouting out in the comments and in the chat, thank you for sending this because this is really beautiful to read. Marisa, I send her dozens of these every day, all across platforms, because I know for her and for me, this is what fuels us to do this work, and why Marisa is always saying she will never retire because of stories like this.
Yeah, I love it so much. You're giving, people say to me, Marisa, you give so much, but I don't. I give and receive. I give a lot, but look what I get back, or your feedback or your messages. So that's a perfect example of giving and receiving. I give a lot and I get back so much. I feel like I never work a day in my life. So I give and I receive perfectly, and so can you. And so keep sending me those messages, because that's my receiving, giving, receiving. I love your feedback. I love the stuff you tell me. It makes me feel amazing. It makes me more determined to go on helping people all over the world. I know I was put here to do that. And you're going to find what you were put here to do, and you'll be amazing at it. Because when you find what you love, that's your job, to find out what you're meant to become amazing at it. The universe will support you all the time in finding your passion and being outstanding at it. Look at this one. The night before I dreamt I was in a train. Oh, I read this one yesterday. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, and they say that now they know that RTT is going to be a huge part of what they manifest into the world. And I find that so commonly, right? We have so many people that we bring in through rapid transformational therapy, and they sign up to become a therapist, not necessarily because they want to do therapy. Most of them do, but because of the personal transformation of understanding exactly what happened this week, why it happened the way that it did, and then being able to do this for yourself and for others, even if you don't do it professionally, but especially if you do it professionally, because we've calculated something about 8,000 people are affected dramatically by every therapist that we train because of the people that they're impacting as clients and otherwise. So go ahead and put in the chat, like, what's it been like now after day 5? And yes, the replays will be available, and we'll leave those up for at least a week. So you've got about a week to go back and watch all of the replays, and then we'll decide what we want to do with them from there. Because of course, we're going to host so many beautiful things like this in the future. I know everyone's enjoyed this so much, and Marisa and I love doing this. Someone's asking where they can buy your bracelets, Marisa.
Oh, I'm enough. We have another word called I'm enough. Someone said, why do we yawn? You yawn to let go. You're letting go. Yawning, even getting gas, burping, all of those things are letting go. Everything is better out than in. So don't worry about that. Someone just said something amazing here that I really love. Let me just go back to it. It said, I let go of a major limiting belief that self-sabotage is noble. I literally felt a huge block come out of my mind, come out of my body, and I'm literally breathing easier now. Thank you, Anna. I just love that. It's so lovely to hear people describing how this stuff is leaving them behind. And remember, you get to change twice every day. You get to change how you think, and you get to change how you act. So back to you, Skip.
Yeah. So in short, we're going to do so many beautiful things like this in the future, and we're just going to keep delivering and keep helping people. But the big thing I want to offer you today is that everybody has 2 choices, right? And you've experienced all of these amazing techniques. You've had so much incredible time with Marisa. You've experienced incredible changes. Like we talked about yesterday, you have so much knowledge now of how you can beautifully transform your energy, your relationship, your heart, your emotions in relation to money, which is one of the biggest blocks that most people have on earth, right? Especially if you're an empath, especially if you're the type of person that loves Marisa and her work. And so I want to talk to you about the 2 choices that you have today. Of course, you've got the path on the right, which is enjoy this workshop, watch the replays, go about your life, keep consuming our YouTube material and transform, and do it all on your own, and keep watching all of the content we put out. And we're so excited and happy to serve you. And then there's the path on the left, the path of the leader, the path of someone who's going to go out and start to create these transformations in your own community, back where you're from, or internationally on Zoom and on Skype, through the community that you choose to attract and the community that's waiting for you to become a transformational icon like Marisa in your own life. And there's a certain energy that you probably feel in yourself if you're this person, right? You know that there's something incredible inside of you, this ability to persuade, this ability to transform, this ability to call out the best in people and to really see their darkness, but really encourage their light. And so if that path on the left is for you, I want to make sure that we answer all of your questions today. If you feel like becoming a therapist, becoming a person that can really help everyone feel that they're enough, really help people achieve their best self. If you're on that left path, I want to make sure that you get the opportunity to get all your questions answered and that you can meet with our team. They're going to be dropping links in the chat. If you want a phone call, if you want to get all your questions answered about the program, you can do that. But I want to make sure we give you time to answer those questions right now. And so We've got the RTT Accelerator program, right? Which is the program that Marissa's created that, John, her husband, helped develop. And so many incredible people are on the team that have developed this over the years. And it's truly an incredible certification. I mean, it's taken therapy and really spun it 180 degrees. And our big thing, right, is we love helping you be successful, because if you're not financially successful as a rapid transformational therapist, you won't help as many people as you could help. And so our big focus is making sure your business is successful. And Marissa's curated these 13 techniques, these 13 tools that are the most powerful tools that we're aware of in the world. And she's always developing new things like this money Vortex, right? This is a brand new thing that she's never done before, but it's a spin-off of one of the other techniques she's developed. So it's always these new iterations. And, because she's never going to retire, we're just constantly finding new ways to do incredible transformation for people. So I'm seeing some questions pop up in the chat. Let's go ahead. I'm going to get through a couple of these things because some of these questions are going to get answered. What happened to John joining the call? I'm going to send you an email with John doing a bonus material talking about models of business. So you are going to get that in the follow-up emails. We're going to make sure we're going to post that on the RTT YouTube channel as well to make sure that you get.
We can have John join some of our talks next week too. He can join some of them. That'd be great.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll do a Q&A with you. He loves doing all of that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure John would love being on camera for an extended period of time. Just kidding. He's quite shy, but we'll get him to do it. We'll get him to do it. So, RTT is obviously, Marisa is award winning, and RTT is absolutely incredible. If you're watching the chat on any platform, you're seeing RTT therapists talk about how amazing it was. We had Gabriella come on yesterday and you got to see that. And we even have Marcus here today who's listening in on Zoom. Yeah. Yeah, Marcus is here. I actually just met him for the first time in person last week in Estonia.
I love Marcus's story because Marcus was a policeman and he went into the police force to help. He's a great guy, wanted to help, but as wonderful as the police was, he couldn't make the difference he wanted to make. And now he's worked with some famous celebrities in the UK. He's been on magazines, he's been on television, but most of all, his life is amazing because he does what he wanted to do. He helps people. So is Marcus going to come and talk to us?
Yeah, I believe so. Marcus, are you here? For the tech geniuses and wizards behind the scenes, is Marcus here?
Maybe he's busy helping someone. I just tell you Marcus's story again very quickly while we wait for Marcus. He came to my class, and he won't mind me telling you, he was absolutely suicidal. He was under tremendous pressure, like many people who go into the police force. He was just locking up drunks every night. And he always had in his heart to make a difference. And I persuaded him to train with me. And he came and trained with me, and he was actually using the techniques within the police force, but they didn't like that too much. So he left and became a full-time therapist, and he's done so well. He worked with Kerry Katona from Atomic Kitten. She couldn't stop smoking. He stopped her smoking straight away. He did child, and she said, today I feel like I've been reborn. Marcus took me back using this trying to look at my life and how it impacted me. He's worked with quite a few celebrities. He's been on television. He's been in the newspaper. And
I am here, by the way, just to let you know. I am.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Well, you must tell your story yourself. We're singing your praises, but why don't you tell everyone what your life is like now as an RTT therapist? I'm so proud of you, by the way. I always remember that day I met you in London with your wife.
I know, it's very interesting, that, wasn't it? Who'd have known, 5 years ago that I'd be doing what I'm doing now. So I was out in Tallinn, as was saying, and I've trained with lots of people since I've done RTT, but I will say, without a shadow of a doubt, that the impact that you get so quickly with RTT to finding the root cause to why somebody feels the way they do is just immense. And when I speak to clients, I always say to them, you know what you know and you feel what you feel, but what about what you don't know? How can you feel what you've never felt? And this is literally law of attraction meets neuroplasticity, and it's super quick. It's super quick. And some people are like, well, that can be unbelievable. I was on the BBC. I would work with somebody from SAS, Who Dares Wins, and this person had PTSD for years. And we did one session, and the presenter said to me, Marcus, so how many sessions did it take? And I went, one session. And I went, I know that sounds impossible. And Charlotte was actually on Zoom and I couldn't see her. And the presenter just turned around and said, okay, I would think you're lying, but Charlotte's next to me. She's got a cheesy grin on her face. So it's got to be true. And Gabrielle was on. I was with Gabrielle was on yesterday. I was with Gabrielle in Tallinn. So I know Gabrielle really, really well. And, you know, we're really proud of when we say that, even though we do coaching as well, that RTT is our foundation.
Tell me about your life. Tell us about your life, though, Marcus. You were a very depressed policeman, really, at the end of the tether. But what's your life like now? Tell us about the difference. What does it feel like? What's it like to have that financial freedom? Tell us your life now, as opposed to your life then just 5 years ago.
I think you hit the nail on the head before, is the fact that it's not so much about the financial freedom, because what I realized was, you say the same, money is energy, but my relationship with that and what is possible and manifesting that is completely different. You have this inner, I think you can walk with this inner belief, this knowing that you just know, oh, I'm going to go and do that. Right. I'm just going to go and do it. And like you say, when you code your mind and you start to look at your mind and you look at your reality in a different way, things just happen.
But also the feeling of saying, hey, I'm making a difference. There was someone over there that was suicidal, that was sad, that was anxious, that was depressed, that was being bullied, that couldn't stop eating cake, that couldn't stop smoking. And my skills have changed their life. What's that feeling like? I mean, I know it's priceless, but what does it feel like?
Do you know what? I'll give your example that you use, Marisa, that when you get that person to that point and they have that little insight that changed their life, you have to kind of put your finger in the candle so you don't start crying, right? Because it hits you so hard that, and I know that struggle personally, that you go, why do I feel the way that I do? And nobody can tell me. And then when you can give them the gift of understanding why they feel the way they do, and they get that insight, and all of a sudden they can take back control, they feel more empowered, they can walk taller. I think that's the thing with RTT. It's about empowering people to change their lives. Help to heal themselves and empower themselves. And to be able to do that, I can say now in nearly 5 years, I've only ever used one session to help people. I've never done more than one session. I know we see 1 to 3, but I've only ever used one session. I've had no client ever come back to me for the same problem ever in one session. And yeah, you've got to learn the tools, but I think what's important that people might not realize is that there's a whole team that have been studying with Marisa. They know all that stuff. And so you're really supported. And what I would say with the RTT program is we've got our tutors, we've got the support team, we've got the trainers. There's a whole bunch of people that you don't even know about, that when you go on that journey, if you're going to take action and you want to take, we will answer the questions. And if we don't know, we'll find out.
And of course, 5 years ago, you had no experience as a therapist whatsoever. You didn't have a background in therapy or psychology, and you didn't even know you could be a therapist. And now you're an amazing therapist. That must feel wonderful.
Yeah. And I think there's an advantage there, because I didn't come into it with any, I'd done a psychology degree or I'd done this. So although yes, from a policing perspective, you need to know about the psychology of people, and it's all about creating connections, because we know that's what it's all about, right? That we want to crave connection, but we have to crave connection with self first, and teaching people to understand how to use those voices in your head and to how you can talk to yourself in a different way. And that's where, when you do the training, it takes what you've been doing this week to a different level, because you now start to embed it inside you and fully understand it. And as I say, I can say I've done lots of training post, and I've never done a course which is so powerful and impactful. And the tool that you've created, Marisa, is just, it's amazing. And like you say, I don't go to work anymore.
We can do what we love, and we love what we do.
I can hang around in Tallinn with you guys. It's just, I'm getting FOMO that I'm not still in Tallinn this week.
Next time, come for the whole 3 weeks.
So, yeah.
Because of course, that's the other great thing about being, you can see all your clients online, you can go anywhere in the world and you can still work. The great thing about being a therapist, there are 3 things. The biggest by far is the feeling of, wow, I'm doing something that matters. People are so proud of you, your family, your kids. The second thing is it's great to make your own income. But the third thing is the freedom. You can work your own hours. If you have children, you can work around their schooling. If you want to go away, you can go away and see all your clients online. I see my clients online all over the world. So it's the freedom to work your own hours, to be your own boss, the ability to earn your own, to set your own fees. But by far and away, the best thing is the difference you make to other people. And when you change people's lives, you cannot change people's lives the way we do without changing your own life. It is, Marcus and I will agree, the best job in the world. And I love it. He said, you never go to work again. I feel like I never worked. I do work hard, but I feel like I've never worked a day in my life because I love what I do. And I do what I love. And I know I was meant to do this. And I know Marcus feels the same. All my people I've trained feel the same. It's amazing.
Yeah. And to add to that, you can see the slide that's up on my screen now, which is there are so many support. There's so much support in this program. So I know this looks like a lot, but it's just, there's, of course, the self-paced modules that you can just watch along. You've got virtual classroom sessions, master classes, tutor group sessions, monthly Marisa tutorials, monthly Ask the Team sessions. You do reflective practice with other practitioners that are going through the training with you. We've added the Accelerator Marketing Toolkit this year, which is really helping you do more with your business and gives you unlimited Q&A 3 times a week if you present your question ahead of time for our team to answer. So it's just a lot of business support. There's knowledge assessments, and you've got a practical assessment at the end there, and throughout a little bit, you've got your peer support group that we put you with. And there's just a lot of dedicated support and Facebook groups that you join to get more and more Q&A. And you've got your accountability partners that we set you up with. You've got your RTT mentor when you join. So there is just so much going on in this program to make sure you feel great. When it comes down to the curriculum, yep.
As I was saying, of course, the online program, we call it live online. You're not watching videos, you're in a live classroom. We have a virtual classroom. You're not just saying, oh, let me watch another video. You're still coming on live with me and my trainers and being taught. You're in a small group of 3 people with your own tutor in a virtual classroom. So it's amazing that we have this phenomenal live online training. We have a live training, but we have a live online too. And it's amazing. We're so, so proud of it.
Yeah, it's really incredible.
Can I just say, if people do go for live, as in not live online, honestly, we have such good fun. I mean, I haven't made it to LA yet. Just putting that in there, Marisa. But
you can come to LA, be one of our trainers.
when we do Rushden, I know LA is the same, and Amsterdam, but that's even level, because you get to spend time with the trainers, you get to spend time with Marisa, get to speak to John and the team. So I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to do the live training, but the live training is next level. It is an amazing experience, and you make friends for life on that program. So the live training, definitely, if that's something that you can do, I would thoroughly recommend, because yeah, it's amazing.
And Sophia said live in New York was amazing. It was such fun being in New York. We loved that. We've done it in New York, Sydney, Melbourne, Vancouver, Berlin, Amsterdam, London, LA, Miami, and it's all been amazing. We just love it that we're taking it all over the world, and we're winning so many awards, and we'd love you to be one of us. So if you can, come and join us. We have payment plans, we have money back guarantees, we have all kinds of things, and we believe it's the best job in the world.
Yeah, we're not doing a Houston live, but we are considering a Dubai live, which is just as hot as Houston in the summer. Yeah. So all that being said, yeah. There is a recording of the Vortex exercise. It'll be live on YouTube. So you'll just look for this day 5 of our live streams and you'll see that. Yeah, I realize Dubai and Houston are on opposite sides of the world. I apologize for that. We'll look into it in the future, but we can only do 4 or 5 lives a year, and we just have our favorite places. But we can definitely invite you out to LA. And I grew up in Cyprus, Houston, by the way. So shout out to Cyprus. So the course is really a career program. I mean, this is most people do it in about 6 months, but it can go up to 12 months long. So yeah, I see, Dana, you understand. And it's a full career program. I mean, you don't need any prior experience because it's so comprehensive, and it really is simplified. I mean, there's so much support. We've seen people who were already existing therapists, people that are in the health and wellness industry. We've seen doctors come through the program regularly, but all the way to the other side of the spectrum, we've had people that didn't have a job before, that this was their first training they ever did to become a career professional. And you can come in on either side of that spectrum, and everyone's got their own life story and their personal value. You know, the number one thing that we see is people that have issues and people that have dealt with things in their life become incredible therapists. People that have had money blocks in the past become incredible therapists, because throughout the process of training and learning these techniques, they end up being able to deal with all of their own issues and being able to move forward past things that they maybe never would have moved forward from, because of the training themselves and because of all the practical application between your peer group and your mentors. So you can kind of see the course curriculum here. Obviously, when you become a therapist, there's a lot of other things to be thinking about, like standards and scope of practice. And, you know, you're going to be dealing with these clients that are going through a lot of hard things. So we make sure to teach you to the best of our ability how to deal with that. The programs range between 4 and 14,000, but we have payment plans, and we make sure to work out with you what's the best ideal for you. This is, again, the QR code. So if you haven't already, there's links in all the different chats to book a call with the team to get even more questions answered that we're not going to be able to answer here. So you can scan the QR code to get access to the team and to book your call to ask all of your questions as well. And they're super friendly people, and they can give you so much information about the lives, like Marcus is discussing, which I definitely think, like, if I were to do all of this, I would absolutely do the live option. Rushton is in this place that looks like Downton Abbey. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. LA is in Marina Del Rey, which is right on the beach, and it's amazing. And it's going to be LA is in June next year, which is just such a wonderful time to go to Los Angeles. I mean, you'll be on the beach. You'll get to see all the sights. Marisa's lived there for a long time, so she knows it very well. And it's just super fun to hang out with everybody. And then Amsterdam in May, which is also a wonderful time to go to Amsterdam, and you can go see the canals and just get to meet everybody in person and get that live practice and get to see Marisa do her insanely powerful sessions in person, which is always just sort of jaw dropping. I mean, what's possible with RTT and what's possible with these techniques so quickly, like Marcus was saying, is just incredible. And it's unbelievable until you see it, right? And you can go and see live sessions on YouTube, and you can see all of our different work, but it's just an incredible. Rushton is full. So Rushton got sold out yesterday. So there's probably a waiting list, but we're going to open up Rushton for next year so that you guys can get in for that. And we're always opening up new live events, but you can book a call with the team and see if we can find a slot for you. But Rushton right now is booked out for September. Completely sold out.
We're doing 2 in May next year, but yeah, we'll try and put something in somewhere towards the end of this year. But yeah, it's all amazing.
Oh, yep. So any other questions? I'm reading the chat here just to make sure. I've got Vanilla saying that the student support is amazing and they're prompt in answering all the emails. Can you do Rushton on school holidays? I don't know the actual dates that we've booked all that, but you know, LA is in June, so that would be a great excuse to fly out to America and do all of that. Someone here says, as a coach and an RTT student, it's like embracing all of the people of the world at the same time. The joy I feel is expansive. Wow, Carol, this is really well written. When we help to change one life. She studied psychology and decided to invest in RTT instead to finish that career path. And it was more meaningful. And again, the career path, if you were to go to university, is much more expensive than doing something like RTT, which is absolutely comprehensive. And of course, it's not a replacement to a university degree, but you'll probably have a bigger impact and be able to do it much faster and get to the real learning, which is working with clients one-on-one and experiencing that. Maybe even doing group sessions. Marcus, do you do group sessions? Oh, Marcus is muted. I think he can hear me, but I can just see him laughing.
Okay, yes. Yes, I do. I do group sessions. I prefer to do one-on-one, but I just want to answer a question actually that popped up because I think this is an important one. Somebody asked about therapist versus coach. And I remember Marisa did a podcast with Rich Litvin about this, and she explains it perfectly. So there's RTT, but we also do RTC, which is the coaching element of that. But if you imagine the RTC, if you imagine where therapy ends and coaching begins, transformation happens in the middle. So even if you study RTT, the way in which we teach it, you can use those tools cognitively as well. So if you're already a coach, this is like your superpower that you can use under that. So I I coach as well as do RTT. And Gabrielle, who you might have seen yesterday, I think she was on, good friend of mine, she's a coach as well. And we both say that we can give powerful transformations through coaching because we underpin everything with RTT. So that is our go-to. We get that, the rest of it's easy.
Yeah, and let me add something to make it simple. Therapy deals with the past. So people might come in and say, hey, I can't speak in public because I'm so anxious and I go bright red. I can't make a loving relationship work because I was abandoned when I was a kid. And so therapy deals with the past. When you've got rid of those blocks, you can find a coach to coach really amazing on stage or to find love. You don't have to have coaching after therapy. Therapy is really all-encompassing. But the difference is therapy is dealing with the past, coaching is dealing with the future, coaching you to be the very best you. It's good to do both, but you don't have to. And as a client, you certainly don't need both either. So I think we're running out of time, Skip, and we should wrap this up now. Someone's saying they've got a first corporate group for RTT in September. That's really exciting. Thank you so much, Marcus, for all your great insights. Do you want to wrap it up, Skip? Anything else you want to ask?
Yeah. There's just one more question I'll answer here, and then I can do a little shout out for the future. Kate Hughes asked, what is Marissa's elevator pitch? And if it's okay, I'll answer that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So Marissa's elevator pitch is that she's working on creating a future generation in the world that no longer needs therapy because of how many amazing RTT therapists exist in the world. And previously, you had to go to university, you had to do, 6 to 10 years of education, assuming you made it straight through and didn't need to take breaks, to become someone that would do something like RTT in the world. And then you had to go to potentially years of therapy as a client to actually get the results and to live a more beautiful life, right? And so what she's done with RTT is over the last 30, 35 years working with it, is created this methodology, like Marcus said, where in one session, in 2 sessions, people can experience such dramatic relief in their life circumstances to create a more beautiful life for themselves under any circumstances in any category of their life, whether they're coming with symptoms from health, wealth, relationships, love, whatever is going on in their life. It can do it very, very quickly. And the goal of RTT, of therapy in general, is for the entire world, for anyone that experiences it, to feel enough to know that they deserve anything that they could ever want in life. And, she's created Rapid Transformational Therapy and this wonderful company to help people be that and do more of that in the world so that this work can live on forever. So if you want to join that, and if you want to do amazing things with the world, scan the QR code, click the link, book a call, join the mission, and let's go and change the world and make sure everyone knows that they're enough for anything they could ever want. And these replays will be available. We are going to be doing a follow-up Q&A, just Marisa and me, on the 17th. You'll see emails going out about that. On the 20th, we're going to have a little panel of therapists without Marisa, and they're just going to answer any additional questions that you have. Those are just really for fun days. We're going to do some fun stuff on those days.
And you can get John on that panel too.
Yeah, we can get John on that panel and talk business. It'll be super fun. The replays are available on the Marisa Peer YouTube channel.
He said, where is John with his business advice? So I said, you're going to come in next week and give them some advice. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I can do that. Where are we? Are we on screen?
Yeah, there you are.
There's John.
So John's going to come in next week and give you some amazing marketing advice because he's a bit of a marketing genius, aren't you?
Well, all of the marketing advice is in the accelerator that
yeah, but you're going to give them some insight into it.
I will absolutely do that.
There you go. Absolutely. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
There we are. We have a system of not holding back any information.
No.
So all the same techniques we use for making Marisa successful, we share with all of the graduates.
We
anyway,
do.
I'm there next week. That's good.
Okay. Can't wait for next week.
Thank you so much, Marcus, for coming on. Thank you so much, everybody, for attending, and hope to see you next week and hope to see you in a classroom. Hope to see you live very soon.
Me too. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye-bye.